this is Jenny, and I am very excited to bring finally the after video of my craft room. I'm going to show this real quick with this lighting that I got. It's like a sort of retro kind of bulb with, it's hard to see because it's so bright, with these sort of little teeny string of lights around it, and I've got it strung up on this wall. Came from Michael's. That's 2 strings of the lights, and then this piece here in the middle that also came from Michael's, that says this is my happy place. This was my daughter's idea, which I thought was really good because my husband replaced all of the lighting in here with LED bulbs. I hope I'm not making you sick. Which is amazing for videoing, but it's also really, really bright. And so I said I kind of wanted something at night that'd be nice and chill if I was just working on a computer. And she suggested just having, you know, some little twinkle lights or something else like that. So I did that on that wall, and I've got a candle lit. But I'm going to turn on the regular lights now so I can take you through everything and show you what's going on. And full disclosure, this is outside of my room. This is still a couple bags of things that I need to go through. So I'm not completely done. But comparatively, it's a huge change. So see, there is, gosh, bright lights, and they're great, really great. It's a pretty old fixture from IKEA, maybe like 5 or 6 years old. And those very old can lights were here when we bought the house. So, at any rate, we'll start here at the beginning. This is pretty similar to what I had before. There's my glass of wine. This fixture, or this piece, was actually on the other side, and I had scrapbook things in it, but we had a regular metal file cabinet that didn't really go with anything, so I condensed everything down, and instead I have our home files in it, and then I have like laminating stuff in there, and actually the 2 other drawers are empty. This is my laminating machine, so I have that there kind of, you know, all together. This is a bag of goodies that I came up with in my cleanup, which I am going to have a giveaway for, so stay tuned for that. And this is my desk, which is pretty much the same. That's the piece that I got from Michael's. I think I used my coupon on that because it's a pretty big piece. I mean, I think it's like a maybe 18 by 24, 18 by 30 or something like that. I just liked that it was just very plain and simple, and I like the gold, and you can see these sort of gold, they're actually kind of copper strings in these lights, and what's neat about them is that they're all movable, so you kind of can adjust the lights to be where you want to by pulling them out of the bulb itself, which I didn't know when I bought them. If I had known that, I might have either bought fewer or more, but anyway, I think they look really neat. They give a great glow, and they have a USB port. So I have it plugged into a USB, a separate USB outlet under my computer. So they're not battery operated, and they actually have a battery. You can see the cord just there, but they do have a battery pack if you wanted to do that, but I just have this USB cord, so I don't have to worry about that, which is great. So that's my computer, and this is the new desk chair I bought, which is really nice. I got it from Office Depot. I think it's a faux white leather, and I think I had a coupon for maybe 30% off. So it ended up being a pretty good deal, and it's super comfy, and I will not let children sit in it. So it's nice. I had 2 chairs in here before, but I just got rid of the other one, so I wanted to keep it really clean. And obviously, the main part of this whole reason this is all done is because of the floor. And so this is the way the new flooring came out. And what's really great about this whole process is that it actually motivated me to take this whole cleaning idea throughout our whole house, which we have needed to do for so long. So I've really been getting rid of a lot of things that we never did before, and it's been very cathartic. So anyway, moving along here, this is pretty much the same. It's my printer and this printer cart. These are all IKEA pieces, and the mint. And then I have all kinds of, printer stuff here and silhouette stuff. There's my silhouette. And what I did do differently, I've got inks and different things there, but I had my husband put this piece above so that I could put things there and then have the silhouette underneath it. Because I needed to have it close enough to the computer because of the cords, which I really didn't like. But so I'm still sort of kind of working on this a little bit. I've got a bunch of 6x6 pads, which I went through a pile and got rid of probably about twice that much. But the idea is this is supposed to be all sort of my shipping things for the Etsy shop and things like that, sort of paper-ish things. So I'm still sort of working on that. And then I kind of cleaned up, obviously, my board here, but I cleaned up a bunch of these bins that I had here, and they're mostly sort of mixed media, pens, brushes, water, color brushes, things like that, my sewing machine. And this is pretty much the same. It was clear stamps here and sewing stuff underneath there. I've got sewing stuff there. And this is pretty much exactly the same. I've got large stamps there, wood stamps, sort of watercolor, and sort of things for mixed media. Some small stamps, and these are bins of old kit files and kit sort of projects all bundled together, things that I need to go through. So I did do a good bit of kind of replacing of that stuff, so I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of it I did go through. Got my big shot there, and one of these bins that I had moved from over there, we got a new one of these, and this is all new too. So the idea is that this side of my sort of desk area is going to be sort of mixed media and paint kind of, oriented things. And then this side is all sort of the paper kind of things. So with this being mixed media, this was still here. We kept it in the same place, and it's all mists. And then I've got alcohol inks here, and liquid watercolors, and stickles, and things like that there. This is the same piece. It's from Michael's. And then I flipped this one upside down and flipped the drawers upside down so I could have kind of markers more accessible. So I've got Copics there, and then Distress markers, Sharpies, and then Tonic Studio alcohol markers there. And then this is all sort of Distress ink blending things, and these are all Crafters Workshop mixed media modeling pastes and gessos and things like that, and all three of those are filled with that. In fact, that one and not quite that one. So that's the majority of those. I just started on the Tonic Studios US 18, which I'm really excited about. And so this is sort of my Tonic Studios sort of bin right now. This is all the new stuff, or I mean, just a portion of the stuff that they gave us, which is amazing. That I cannot wait to use. So that's kind of all in one place, so I can keep track of it and be ready for using it. And some of that stuff is still over here, some dies and tools and different things. The Mink is there. And then over here, I had this one big cabinet from, this sort of open cabinet from IKEA, and I moved it to the side so that I could move this around a little bit and move these cabinets here. So I have these set up, and I'm still working on those a little bit. I kind of wanted to have, like, you know, watercolor paper and vellums and Copic papers and E-class files and pattern papers and, you know, pattern pads, the things that I did not get rid of here. I'm still kind of working on some of that, whether or not that will be exactly the way that stays. And then all of these have now, I think they're all filled now, and they're all sort of mixed media things. These are other, besides Crafters Workshop, sort of mixed media pastes and glitter paste ribbons. Those are all stencil books and thickers, paper. This is all pretty much the same. I just went through a lot of it and got rid of a pile of stuff. So it's a lot more organized now and a lot more easier. As soon as I get it labeled and all, it'll be a lot more easier to go through. So, this is still the same files here. I've got ribbons all in one place now, and then I've got these bins that have, this is all mailing storage, you know, stuff for my Etsy store. This is all extra, you know, glue sticks, refills, pens, different things like that. These are refills for the cinch and other little sketchbooks and things. There's a cinch there and a couple other crocodile. I still need to go through this. This was sort of a file where I put things that I wanted to start next. And I kind of miss having that, but I really haven't found a good place for it yet. And these are finished cards and then card envelopes there. And then this is the sort of main area, the islands that I have. And I thought I'd talk a minute about the tripod I have. This is the tripod, which is an old one that we've had that was a camera tripod. I don't think it came with any kind of a camera kit or anything like that. I think we just had it. But what I did get is this camera arm. It's, the name of the brand is Manfrotto. And I did a lot of research online to decide what I wanted to get. So that arm piece is one whole piece. And then this piece is the, like, sort of attachment piece that I bought separately. I found it by doing a lot of research on YouTube and kind of came up with, you know, that idea. The main sort of research I did had a different connector piece, but I found this one that was a little bit cheaper and it worked just fine. And it allows for a lot of different things. I mean, it's really neat. This whole piece is very adjustable. It comes with lots of different pieces and it makes it very sturdy. I mean, and before I had it sitting on my desk, so if the desk ever moved, it moved and it was just kind of a mess. So now that whole thing is sturdy, and more importantly, in my whole cleaning out of my room, which just goes to show you, you never know what you have until you clean out your room. I found all of the pieces that go with my video camera, this Sony HD camera I have, and I found the plug-in piece of it. So now I can plug it in instead of having to make sure that the battery is charged, because I constantly ran out of battery and I would have to replace it. And then maybe that replacement ran out and it was a mess. So now I don't have to worry about that. I just have it plugged in here And unfortunately there's very few plugs in this room, so that's the way I've got it right now. But so I've got that plugged in, and then I've also got a another spotlight added here, just to try to give a little bit less shadows. And I'm still kind of working on all of that, but that's the way it is for right now. So I cleaned off my desk in a big way. I just have on it now this big, lovely new Tim Holtz Tonic Guillotine trimmer. And I went through and cleaned up all of my mats and all of my stamp blocks and pretty much everything I had. All of my metal rulers, and I had started by using an alcohol, just rubbing alcohol. I think it was maybe 60%. And it really wasn't doing anything, and I had read that was the best thing to use. And then I went and found another sort of YouTube video that suggested using the 91% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and it worked like a dream. And I'm not joking that I got every piece of adhesive, anything off of all my, every one of my mats and boards and everything, all of my, which they're over here, and this new piece that I forgot to talk about. All of my stamp blocks look brand new. I mean, it did amazing things. And going through and doing little things like that as I was doing this has made such a huge difference. It's really made me sort of want to get back in here. It's sort of enlivened the space. I think it's really, I read once sort of this Zen thing that said if you come in and your desk is really messy, it kind of automatically puts your mind into a state of disarray and is non-productive kind of from the get-go. And the best way to do that is to kind of come into a clean space. And I know that's not for everybody. And believe me, I make plenty of messes here. I leave them here and then I come back and I am productive. But this has been a really, really good boost to my creative mojo. So I'm going to totally support that right now. These are a couple trays that I usually keep as one is sort of card stuff and the other one is layout stuff that I've either pulled aside to do or projects that I'm kind of in the middle of. And then I went through and reorganized all of my drawers. I won't bore you with too much of it, I don't think, but this is all adhesives and black ink. And then I've got distress inks here. And these are all regular ink pads. And this is all embossing powders and some more ink. And then I've got, I still need to go through this. This is all stickers and sticker, alpha letters, things like that. These are all tags and doilies and little sort of bits and pieces that were all in random drawers. This is going to sort of be my Crafter's Workshop drawer. And it's another random drawer that needs to be gone through. And that one too. This is all embroidery thread stuff and stitching stuff and some punches. And then I've got another drawer of punches down there. So that's much more organized and much more accessible. And then this is a new piece that I had planned to kind of get another piece maybe from IKEA, but we bought this piece from Michael's and it's part of, the same whole collection. It actually comes on wheels, but we took the wheels off so that it would fit underneath my desktop here. And so I've got like a couple mats sitting up there underneath it. And unfortunately, the shelves are not adjustable and they're very shallow. So, which is, it's turned out okay. I've got, like, I showed you, I've got my stamp blocks here, and the Misty, some other, punch board, and then mats and tracing paper and things like that, and other trimmers there. And then I bought these from Amazon that are really cool. They're just acrylic trays that have this, you know, sort of handle on both sides of it. And they're 12 by 12. So I bought them thinking they would fit 12 by 12 papers, but they do not. The actual outside dimension is 12 by 12, and so the inside is just barely doesn't fit. So although they're great and lovely, and they're great for carrying things around, they do not fit a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You can see here. You know, should have probably read it better, but that's okay. I still like them. The good thing about that is that I usually will load that up with something, and I take it upstairs so I can hang out in our family room while everybody is there and do a little something crafty, so I can still be productive by hanging out with them too. And then I just bring it back down here and keep it there. So that is pretty much it. I hope I haven't made you too seasick by walking around the space. Like I said, I'm really excited. If anybody has any questions or comments, or you want to know where I purchased anything, I may link a couple things like those trays and things from Amazon. Or if you have any questions about where anything else came from, I'd love to answer them. And this has been a long time coming, but, and I'm still not done, obviously, but it's been a really good process. And I think if anybody is sort of in a creative rut, where I know we all get sometimes, and this has sort of been not just a creative rut, but maybe like a sort of midlife crisis kind of rut for me, it's been very, very helpful and very, very therapeutic. And I am really excited to get in here and work. So thanks for stopping by, and leave some comments, questions, subscribe, anything you'd like to do, and have a great night. Bye.